This video is brought to you by Ninja Funk. Help save the universe from bad music by telling your local comic shop to order Whatnot Publishing's first original comic, coming out on November 2nd. Big shout out to JPG, That Spider-Man Booth, Street Level Hero, for this awesome project. What's going on, everybody? GemMint here with another statue unboxing and review, and if you're keeping track, it's back-to-back Daniel Bell pieces from Sideshow. We just did the Carnage Premium format, and now we have the Dr. Doom Maquette. Now, some of you may have seen my quick prototype review when I was at Sideshow Con, either 2020 or 2021. So if you were on the fence about this piece due to the mixed media, you're gonna wanna stay until the end of this review. With that being said, let's jump into it. All right, so first let's start at the bottom of the box. You have the compartment that has the mixed media elements, the fabric cape, and the fabric tassels for the big Doom flag. So first, let's take a look at the cape. Huge cape. A little bit wrinkly right now, but I like the fabric. I like how you have that olive green on one side, the darker green on the inside. It's very big. And they do have the wire on the bottom of the cape so you can pose it, make it look like it's in the wind. You know how Sideshow does it. And then, like I said, those two tassels, the Latverian tassels, if you will, that will go onto this huge flag that I'll show you in a moment. They could use an iron. I don't have one on deck. We'll have to do without. Flipping the box over, let's remove the lid and see what's inside. Here we go. You can already see the pieces that make up Dr. Doom. Let's get rid of the plastic. Beautiful. And let's take a look at that huge flag that I mentioned. Man, love the inscription with the Old English D. You have those kind of bronze wings. On the back here is where you'll slide those tassels in, and it's such a long pole, man. This thing is huge. All right, these little gold pieces will go into his chest. They'll hold the cape onto him. So those gold little buttons. Here's the bottom of the base. You can see this is number 320 out of 750 for the exclusive. I love the Doom statue on the bottom of the base. This is like on his tower overlooking his minions. Looks awesome. And then the top here has this like old brick style castle ledge. All right, onto Doom's body himself, all one piece except for the head. It looks great. I love how muscular he looks. Even though he's got the armor, you can see his pecs bulging out where his arms are crossed. The movement in the fabric sculpt here, everything that you see here is sculpted. You have those metal legs, they look great, a lot of detail. You have his pistol in the holster, nice leather touch on that sculpted belt, with a huge back too. Then we have the hood. This is also sculpted, and I was surprised to see this is how they're doing the switch out. So it's just one hood, and you have two face plates. So right here is the exclusive that has that more broad forehead. And then here's the collector's edition that has more of a modernized look. Very similar on the portraits. They probably should have gone unmasked with one of these, but I do like how you can switch out the face without having to remove the hood. Again, sculpted hood, awesome portraits, great detail in the portraits, and you can see his skin and eyes underneath the mask. Very cool. So that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and put the base on the table. We'll key in Doom. Kind of a tight squeeze, which I like because it's a big piece. You want to make sure he's in there snug. So I forced him down a little bit more off camera as well. And we're going to go ahead and get that cape in there. So like I said, you have those two gold pieces that go into his chest. There's a little loop in the fabric, as you can see what I'm doing right here. Make a little bagginess for where his hood will go in. But for now, we'll just get that cape on. And then you can pose it and, you know, play with the wires afterwards. We'll go ahead and put that hood on there, kind of make room, move the fabric out the way. There we go. And then obviously those portraits just switch in and out like I've already showed you. So we'll put one here. This is the collector's edition portrait. Looks awesome, looks strong, imposing. He looks like the dictator leader that he is. And then here with the second portrait. Awesome. But that's not all. There is that huge flag piece. Now, I've already put the flags onto the pole. We're just going to go ahead and get the pole keyed into the back of the base now. This one also had kind of a snug fit similar to Doom, which I don't mind. It's in there good now. Let's take a look at it. All right, guys, and here we have it, Dr. Doom. This is a massive piece, Sculpted by Daniel Bell, produced by Sideshow. Like I mentioned, this is the exclusive, which retails $780. It comes with the portrait you see there, plus the exclusive here. Now, if you get the collector's edition, it doesn't come with this faceplate, and you save $20. Now, the height on this guy, with the flag in the back, you're looking at about 33 inches tall, huge piece. The depth, not too bad. You're looking at about 14 inches. And the width, if we're just looking at the base itself, it's kind of 11.5 inches or so. But with that cape, it really depends on the way that you pose it. So, starting with the base, I mentioned I really like the sculpture of Doom on this cliffside, on the ledge of his castle. I think it looks awesome. You have that rockiness in the back where the flag sits, and we'll get to that in a moment. Moving up to a museum-style Dr. Doom. He's got his arms crossed. It looks like he's presiding over his constituents, and he looks mean. He looks imposing. He looks solid as well, man. The sculpt going from the legs up, you can see how much detail was placed into each little notch that holds the armor together. Love how it has like that faux muscle definition. Moving up to the midsection, which is all sculpted. There were a lot of questions on what was sculpted and what was not when I reviewed quickly the prototype at Sideshow Con, and I wasn't touching all over it. I don't think I was even allowed to. So I'm happy to report that the midsection fabric is sculpted, just like his hood. The cape is the only thing that's fabric. Now, I know some of you guys don't love fabric in mixed media, so I got a little surprise for you. Boom, you could 100% display this guy without his cape, because like I showed you during the assembly, it really just goes through a little loop with those gold buttons. So you could still put the buttons in there without the cape, and as you can see, you can display him without the cape. You could remove the flag. Sure, you'll have a hole in the back, but it's going to be in the back where no one sees it. So you do have that option to display him like this without any mixed media elements, and I think a lot of collectors are going to be happy about that. Speaking about the portraits, like I said, I like the detail. I think it looks great in both the collector's edition and the exclusive. I like how you can see the skin in his eyes behind his mask. They are so similar though. I feel like an unmasked portrait would have been a better exclusive, although who's really going to use that? But still, it would have been a nicer option, because this is really just a slight armor design change when it comes to the exclusive. Now, without the big pole and flag in the background, the height of Doom is about 26.5 inches. So you're going to save some space if you remove that, and you can still have the cape on his back, just not have the flag if you like. There's a couple of different arrangements that you guys can use here. I'm impressed, digging this piece. Let me know what you think about Dr. Doom in the comments down below, and I'm going to leave you with Doom spinning on the turntable. Thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.